Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans and team selection for Game Week 15. I have 2 free transfers to use before we get 5 free ones next week, so I'm going to be going over all of that. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's go over a recap of how I got on in Game Week 14. Another pretty subpar game week, really. 65 points, nothing crazy. Another red arrow, down to 1,063,000 in the world. So just shy of a million. And yeah, I mean, it's just one of those game weeks where I'm just getting loads of kind of subpar game weeks in a row, and it's now just kind of taking its toll on the team. The team doesn't look bad, but yeah, just haven't really had any like massive double-digit hauls or anything, and all the players that do get that, everybody's got. Like, obviously Haaland was a double-digit, but pretty much everybody captained him anyway. But either way, 65 points, a game week rank of 4.6 mil. Raya picking up the 6 points in goal. That was really nice. There was a lot of benchings this week as well, which weren't ideal, which also didn't really help the game week score. And obviously, if you owned like Foden or, you know, Munoz or Guy, then you're absolutely loving life. But yeah, Raya picked up 6 points. Lacroix picked up 8 points. A DEFCON machine right now. Virgil van Dijk twerking that goal in for Sunderland, meaning that he finished on 4 points. And then Mateus Nunes picked up 2 points. Actually outscored O'Reilly, so I was quite happy about that. They did concede 4, but he did pick up the DEFCON, which was nice. So, I mean, all in all, the defense didn't do that bad. Did that bad at all. I got what, 14, 18, like 20 odd points from the defense, so it's not bad really. I'm not going to complain too much, but I feel like I did say in the last video I could expect 3 clean sheets, and I got 2. It is what it is. But yeah, defense not doing too bad. It's the midfield where things just didn't really go right. Minte picking up 2 points, and Bumo has been an absolutely woeful transfer. I went with him over Foden and Fernandez, and it's just not gone well. I think he's got me like 1-1-2 or something like that, and then he goes off to AFCON as well after Wolves, so I'm going to get rid of him anyway, but it's a little bit unfortunate that he's been so bad for me. And I think he's actually getting a price drop tonight as well, which is even worse, because even if he smashes it against Wolves, he's not going to go up in price because he's going off to AFCON. So, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. It is what it is. Saka was benched, but came off the bench and picked up a goal, which was quite nice. So he finished on 6 points. Semenyo, again, got the DEFCON, which was great, but just been a player that has just been so bad. Since that, like, purple patch, he's been absolutely woeful. I think 4 points has been his, like, best return in a very long time. So yeah, the midfield not doing great, and the forwards not doing great either. I mean, Haaland obviously was fine. He should have got so much more as well. Oh my god, he hit the post twice. He could have got a hat trick and 2 assists. And so I feel like if you didn't captain Haaland, you got away with it, because he was so close getting an extra, you know, 16 odd points there. But it is what it is. Welbeck was benched, which wasn't ideal, but did come off the bench, picked up 1 point. Welbeck I'm absolutely fine with holding. I mean, he's got like a good transfer. He's got a good fixture, bad fixture, good fixture, bad fixture. To be fair though, I am free hitting in 16, so I'll have him for West Ham. I'll have my 5 free transfers. I'll lose one of them technically because I'm free hitting, but that's fine because I need to get rid of my Brighton players. I've got City playing Crystal Palace. You know, I don't need any of that. So that's why, I mean, I was always going to free hit in that game week anyway. That's kind of how my transfer strategy went. So hopefully we can pick up some points in that week when a lot of people have like City and Palace playing each other. I can triple up on Arsenal, get the best Arsenal players. I might bring in, I don't even know. I'll probably have like Fernandez. I need to just have a look at the good fixtures really. You know, Fulham, I might bring in a couple of like a Fulham player or something, and then I mean whoever's got Wolves in that week, I'll obviously be well, it's Arsenal, but I mean whoever's got like the promoted teams like Leeds and stuff, I'll obviously stock up on those players. But yeah, that'll be my free hit in 16, so I'll go over that. And then yeah, 17 obviously I've got Sunderland for Welbeck, and then he plays Arsenal in 18, and then obviously West Ham in 19. So like the fixtures are good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. But I only really have to play one of them, which is Arsenal away. I think I'd prefer to have the Liverpool away fixture really because of how bad Liverpool have been. But either way, we've got Mateta as well, who's just been really, really bad lately. I mean, he did get a penalty last week, but apart from that, his minutes are really bad. The fixtures aren't, you know, they're not incredible. I know obviously I missed the City at home fixture, but you know, Fulham away, you know, Leeds away, yeah, they're all right fixtures, but if he's getting like 50, 60 minutes, then it's, you know, it could be a lot better. And then Dewsbury Hall picking up 3 on the bench, Dubravka picking up 2, Rodon picking up 2, and then Senesi, of course, missing the game through suspension. So that's how I got on in game week 14. Nothing crazy. We did beat the average points, but not enough for a green arrow. So hopefully we can change that around in this next game week. So this is what the team's looking like for game week 15 right now. Remember, I do have 2 free transfers as well, which we're going to speak about momentarily. But I've got Raya in goal, who's got Villa away. We've got Lacroix, who's got Fulham away. I've got Virgil van Dijk, who's got Leeds away. I've got Mateus Nunes, who's got Sunderland at home. I've got Minte, who's got West Ham at home. I've got Mbeumo, who's got Wolves away. Saka, who's got Villa away. Dewsbury Hall, who's got Forest at home. Haaland, who's got Sunderland at home, which I think everybody's going to captain this week anyway. Welbeck, who's got West Ham at home, and Mateta, who's got Fulham away. And then on the bench, I've got Dubravka with Newcastle away, Semenyo with Chelsea at home, Senesi with Chelsea at home, and then Rodon with Liverpool at home as well. So the team doesn't look too bad. It's all right. I'm pretty confident that Welbeck will start. I know he was benched midweek. He did get 60 minutes in the game before that as well. I think they're just kind of like making sure that he doesn't play too much, but I'm pretty confident he starts against West Ham now. And then if he's benched against Liverpool, that's fine, because I don't need him for that game anyway, because I'll be free hitting. So yeah, I mean, on paper, I don't really need to use a transfer this week because the team looks okay, but I do have 2 free transfers to use, and if I don't use them, I lose them. So there are a couple of moves that I do want to make, but yeah, I mean, the team looks okay-ish. Like I say, I think the main sort of issues in my team right now is, of course, the fact that I don't have double Arsenal defense, but like I said, I don't have to worry about that for a while, because Wolves at home, I'll have double Arsenal defense anyway with my free hit, and then Everton away, I'm kind of just waiting for Gabriel to be back, and then I'll be getting rid of somebody like Van Dijk maybe. I know that they've got Wolves and Leeds at home coming up, but you know, unless they sort it out, it's not really it's this thing, like, I don't want to get rid of him because the fixtures are really good that are coming up. Like, if I'm free hitting in 16, I only have to have him for Spurs away, and then I have Wolves and Leeds at home back to back. So I do want him for that fixture. So I need to find the money to bring in Gabriel somewhere else. And to be fair, I'll probably get rid of Mateus Nunes and then somehow have to find like 1 point something mil somewhere, which I don't think will be too difficult because I have like 3 strikers that I can easily get rid of. But either way, that's sort of the situation with that. But yeah, in all, the team looks okay-ish. But that's what the team's looking like for game week 15. Let's take a look at the transfers. So I've got 0 in the bank, I've got 2 frees, and I need to use them this week, like I said. So one thing that I was thinking of doing was, of course, getting rid of Mateta, downgrading him to somebody like a Mark Guy, and then using those funds to upgrade Semenyo to Foden or Fernandez or something like that. And that is something that I'm kind of wanting to do, but I also might just be bringing in Thiago as well, which I do have the funds for, because I do want Thiago for Leeds at home and Wolves away. But the thing is, if I'm free hitting anyway, I'll have him for Leeds anyway, and then I could potentially just bring him in for Wolves regardless, but that would mean that I'd be getting rid of Danny Welbeck, who has Sunderland at home, so it's not really a transfer that I want to make. So that's something that I am thinking about doing. It'll give me 1 mil in the bank as well, and then I can use that money to upgrade Semenyo to either Foden or Fernandez, really. I'm probably going to bring in Foden. Just because I did not like how United were in the fixture last night, and I think Foden's just the way that he's playing right now. I think he's just solid, and people are worried about his minutes and stuff, but you know, he's not missed a game since game week 4. He started every single game since game week 3, should I say. He's been played pretty good minutes as well. His minutes are like averaging like 86, 87. So I don't think, even though they've got like Real Madrid coming up next week and stuff, I don't think he will be rested, because there's just not really anybody else that can really play in that position like him. So this week it's really, do I go Foden or do I go Fernandez? But obviously if I go Fernandez, I wouldn't be able to bring in Thiago. So it's like Foden and Thiago, or it's Fernandez and Mark Guy. So yeah, I'm probably going to go Foden and Thiago. The only issue with this is it gives me a benching headache, because then I have 3 strikers I want to play and 5 midfielders. I'll probably bench Dewsbury Hall. Forest at home seems like a trickier fixture than the rest. And Spurs away, I think Thiago's fine. I'm not going to bench him if he's on penalties and stuff. So yeah, I'll probably just play a 3-4-3 this week and play Lacroix, Virgil van Dijk, Mateus Nunes, and then Saka, Foden, and Mbeumo Minte, and then Welbeck, Thiago, and Haaland. And then that leaves me 0.2 mil in the bank. And then obviously when we get the 5 free transfers, I'll have to get rid of Mbumo, but of course I don't have enough to bring in Fernandes, so I will have to use 2 of those 5 frees, which is fine, because I can just downgrade Senesi that week to Anderson. When he's got like Burnley and everything, and then I'll have just enough money to bring in Fernandes when I'll have 0.1 mil in the bank. So those will be my next transfers, but obviously I'm free hitting in game week 16, so that'll have to happen in game week 17. I just have to hope that the price doesn't, you know, drop a crazy amount. But then again, I'll be bringing Fernandes in with Villa away, and that's not like a crazy ideal fixture, and then Newcastle at home. Like, I'd rather bring him in around like the Wolves game, so I might not even make that transfer. I might downgrade. I might get rid of Mbumo for somebody else, but I don't know. I definitely want to bring Anderson in because, you know, Burnley, Forest, and West Ham, really, really nice fixtures there. And he's just a cheap player to have as well. But I also have to think about Gabriel as well. Like, when Gabriel's back, I'll have to be using transfers to bring him in. And that will mean getting rid of either Welbeck or Thiago, which it'll probably be Welbeck because Thiago, you know, his minutes are better, he's on penalties, stuff like that. And then I'll downgrade him to Mark Guy and then use those funds to bring in Gabriel. We just don't know when Gabriel's back, that's the thing. So, and then I'll have, obviously, Gabriel, Van Dijk, and then probably Lacroix, and then, you know, once the, and obviously Anderson, and when the fixtures do change for Liverpool, he's obviously gone because, you know, Liverpool, unless they sort it out, he's just not good at the moment. So yeah, that's the kind of situation. So this week it's probably Thiago and Foden in, free hit in 16, and then in 17 bring in Anderson and Fernandes, and then just kind of go from there. And I'll still have like 3 free transfers as well to kind of mess around with any other players. But either way, that's my kind of transfer plans going into game week 15 and 16 and all that jazz. We'll make a few more videos on the 5 transfers anyway, like, because a lot of people are going to be obviously wanting to use those transfers around that time. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.